Hello everybody, welcome to Rocky Mountain Rankings. And today we're going to be ranking the albums of Jethro Tull, if you hadn't already guessed. Great band, a lot of great covers, a lot of mediocre covers, and some covers that just plain stink. So anyway, let you know I'm going to be planning, let's put it this way, I'm planning on doing ranking videos every other week instead of trying to do them every week. Maybe once things settle down. As you can see, I'm in a different locale in my house. I moved to the front room, the room that used to be my mother's bedroom. And we got a lot more room in here. It's not as cramped as the small bedroom was. And hopefully by the end of the week I'll have the move complete. I just concentrated on getting my desk and computer and everything set up today. And it took me all day just to do that. Dragging my desk in here and trying to figure out the best configurations, and you know, I was considering putting the desk so I faced the window, and I think this is the best, but things might change. So anyway, let's get into this, shall we? But before I do, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Like the video, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episodes, and leave your own ranking down below of the album covers. I hope I said that at the beginning. Album covers, not albums. Album covers. I already did rankings of the albums. You can go back and check that out. I think it was last year. I think I did an album ranking. But today we're doing the covers. So anyway, 22 albums. I'll be doing the last one, first one they put out in a long time. I'm including that. We got the new one coming out next month, so that'll be exciting. So anyway, number 22, released January 28th, 2022. Let me get wake up my phone here. I don't have a physical copy of this. The only album I don't have a physical copy of, and I have been planning on getting it. Of course, that's the Zealot Gene. Good album. It's really growing on me, but I'm sorry. As much as I like Ian Anderson, I don't need to see his mug staring at me off an album cover. I mean, it just, I don't know. I'd like to ask him, okay, so I know you started recording this right before the pandemic, and things didn't go quite as planned, and took a while, but I'm sure he could have came up with something better. But it is good album, great songs, horrible cover. So that's number 22. Let's go on to number 21. Okay. Number 21, released September 7th, 1984. Album that a lot of people do not like. I don't mind it, but it kind of dated. The sound, it's using drum machines and stuff on this, of course. Under Wraps. Yeah. I'd like to see what the girl looks like without this bed sheet or parachute. There's the back. I think this has been better. But you know, I don't know what they were going for here. You know, other than, oh yeah, girl under wraps. You know, but come on. But I guess if you're gonna put out a stinker album, you might as well put out a stinker cover, right? I don't know. So that's my number 21. But like I said, they were using drum machines and stuff on this album. I don't know. Let's see who played on this album. Ian Anderson, Martin Baer, Dave Pegg, and Peter John Vestiz. Of course, Ian's doing drum programming, so that explains that. So anyway, that's my number 21. On to number 20. Yeah, number 20. Okay, released April 23rd, 1976. Another album that some people don't like. Quite a few people. I'm not one of them. I kind of like this album, but anyway, it's actually the 9th studio album released by the band, and that's Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Old or Too Young to Die. Yeah. Ian Anderson flipping the bird the European way. No, I'm sorry. The inside's kind of cool, though. I kind of like the inside. But, you know, it tells a little story and stuff. With this, no. It doesn't do the music justice. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people will be saying, well, the music sucks anyway. I don't know. I remember when I was in my late teens, my friend Rick gave me a bunch of 8-track tapes, and this is one of them. I think the other two was Heavy Horses and Songs from the Wood. And at the time, I had no idea who Jethro Tull was. This is like late 70s, early 80s. But I remember listening to this stuff and thinking, God, this is weird. This is strange music. You know, he's playing a flute. You know, what kind of rock and roll band does that? But after a while, you know, it grew on me. So, but this cover, nah, it doesn't grow. It doesn't grow, man. Okay. Onward Ho. Released October 14th, 1974. Oddly, it was released in the U.S. first, before it was released in U.K. For bands to release albums with only one person of the band, one member of the band being present on the cover, makes no sense. A band being on the cover makes no sense. You know, a lot of of course, sometimes it works, but other times, you know, you're like, come on, use some imagination. Of course, who knows? You know, the record company, oh, just put the band on the cover, whatever. But where you got just one member being on the cover, I have no idea what the thinking, or what the idea of, or the thought process behind it. But anyway, this one, number 19, War Child. We got Ian again in X-Ray. You know, in city background, he's holding a totem or whatever you want to call it, a sign. That cover though. Now, if they'd made this the front cover, yeah, this would have been more interesting. This is interesting. Got each member of the band in different situations, and you got the War Child in the middle. So this, you know, maybe just having her on the cover, that would have been, made more sense. But again, one member, you know, I could see it if this was an Ian Anderson solo project. Of course, a lot of people could say, well, Jethro Tull could be construed as a solo project by Ian Anderson because he wrote probably 99.9% of the music. There's a few songs here and there that he didn't write or was, you know, collaborated on, but they're hard to find. So anyway, that's number 19. You know, sorry, Ian. It doesn't work. Great music though. Great music. So anyway, Onward Ho. Okay, like I was saying, when you have to have the band on an album cover, it's not saying too much about the imagination of either the band or the record company. Released October 25th, 1968. The debut, This Was. Interesting. You know, you get some dogs in there. I guess some kind of rug supposed to simulate wood floor. You got the band members dressed up as old men. You got Clive Bunker, right here. Mick Abrahams in the middle there. Glenn Cornick, and then of course Ian Anderson down here. Ian Anderson, he was some poor little hermit. And like I said, you get a bunch of dogs in there. Of course, there's the band on the back. What they normally look. Good interior picture of the band in concert. But again, they could have come out with something better. I don't know. You know, interesting music, bluesy, very bluesy. Whoop. Quite a few instrumentals. So, but anyway, That's my number 18. This was Jethro Tull. Okay. Number 17. An album that I believe when I ranked it for the music, I put it at dead last. I've never got this album, and the cover, well, gotten it even less. Released July 13th, 1973. A Passion Play. There's the back. And I believe. And here's just the lyrics. As far as I'm concerned, the album cover does fit this album. And the album cover is drab. It's got, I guess she's bleeding from her mouth right there. She's been shot or something. I don't know. Stabbed, maybe. I have tried to like this album. Every time I listen to it, I just end up getting halfway through it and shutting it off. Though, there are times when I do listen to it all the way through, but I can't remember the last time I did that. I think I take that back. I did when I was listening to the remix. I think the Chateau whatever tapes or whatever. So, but anyway, drab album that I do not get. Maybe someday I will, but we'll see. That's my number 17, A Passion Play. Okay, number 16. An album that, I think it was the last time they toured on this album. That was the last time I saw Tull in concert. Anyway, released September 10th, 1991. I believe I saw him that same year. Either 91 or 92. Of course, we're talking about Catfish Rising. Not a bad album cover, but I don't know. Again, kind of mediocre, and the music on it's okay, but kind of not exciting, nothing memorable from it. So again, the album cover fits the album. But you're saying, well, if you just call it Catfish Rising and it's got a catfish on there rising, whatever. So anyway, it was a good concert though. Ian Anderson, Martin Baird, David Pegg, and Don Perry. I think, what's his face? Played keyboards. Can't think of his name. Oh well, doesn't matter. But anyway, that's my number 16, Catfishing Rising. Okay, number 15, another album that has the band on it. Wow. But this one is a little bit better, kind of interesting. Released July 25th, 1969. Stand Up. Interesting picture of the band. Band walking away. Inside, just some words from Ian and saying, they're saying some new songs for you. They were composed by Ian Anderson. No duh. Recorded at Morgan Studios with engineer Andy Johns and are published by Chrysalis Music. Decent album cover. Good album though. Songs are fantastic. So that's number 15. Stand Up. Stand up to what? Okay. Released September 4th, 1995. An album that is decent. And the covers, good. But it's not one of my favorites. Roots to Branches. Kind of interesting. You got the sun in there and the moon. Buildings and trees and plants and stuff. I don't think there's any band pictures in this. Nope. Nope. But definite improvement. And the band's kind of cool too. And this, I believe, was the second to last album before Tull went on hiatus for 20 years. Andrew Anderson, Martin Baer, David Pegg, Andrew Giddings, and Don Perry. With Steve Bailey playing additional bass. So, Roots to Branches, that's my number 14. Okay, now this next one, which is number 13, is really not an official album. It's more a compilation album, but I'm going to include it here. Released June 23rd, 1972. Living in the Past. This album cover fits this album perfectly. I mean, of course, again though, you got just Ian on the cover. And you had quite a few, let's see here. Wow. A whole bunch of different, a bunch of different people playing on here. Mick Abrahams, Martin Baer, John Evans, Glenn Cornick, Jeffrey Hammond, Clive Bunker, Barrymore Barlow, Dee Palmer, Lou Toby, Andrew Johns, did the sound engineering. Like the inside, there's the different photos of the band. But the cover's decent, but there's still more than this one member. There should be, I don't know. But anyway, that's my number 13, Living in the Past. Okay, another album with the band on it. Released April 20th, 1970. Benefit. Now this one is kind of interesting. Again, like I said, it's got the band on the cover, but there are little cardboard cutouts in the front there with the band behind, I guess, a window looking in. There's the back. Because they get their names on the backs of the cutouts. Only a person that didn't know this band would not know who's who. Decent album, great songs. Yeah, this is another one that Rick gave me on 8-track. I remember listening to this, and wondering, God, this is, like I said, strange music, but I liked it. It really grew on me. So, anyway, we're improving here on the album covers. So, anyway, that's my number 12. Okay, on to number 11. Now, before I go any further, I know there's a Jethro Tull Christmas album, but I'm not including that here. I don't have it. I've never heard it. I didn't include it in my album rankings. Christmas albums, to me, are really interesting to me. I like Christmas. I liked it better when I was younger, but I don't know. I don't have it, and I'm not including it. So, number 11, going to an album the last album they released until the Zealot Gene, released October 23rd, 1999. Jthall.com. Of course, you can say, well, the Christmas album was the last one. Okay. My bad. But this is, to me, the last official Tull album. So, interesting cover. And it fits the music. I can't remember what I ranked this at for the music, but I really like this album. It's not the best, but I've listened to this quite a bit. Really good. A lot of people say it sucks, but Ian Anderson, he liked different flavors, different moods, and that kind of just fits perfect. So, for crying out loud, the cord's getting stuck here in the cassette or the CDs. So that's number 11, jthall.com. Okay. Another album that doesn't have the band on it. Amazing. Released August 21st, 1989. Rock Island. Good picture. Not the best, but we're definitely improving. This is number 10. I think there is a picture of the band on here. Yep. I believe so. Who was it? Ian Anderson, Martin Baird, David Pegg, of course, Don Perry, Martin Alcock, Peter John Vesti, or Vettiz. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I, mispronounce these these names, I apologize. I always call him Peter John Vesti for some reason. But anyway, that is my number 10, Rock Island. Good album, or great cover, good album. Not the best, but decent. Okay, number 9 is an album that was supposed to be an Ian Anderson solo project, but I believe, it was supposed to be Ian Anderson's debut solo album, hence the album's title. The master tapes were marked as A for Anderson, during recording. However, the album was eventually released as a Jethro Tull album from pressure from Crest Records. So there you go. The album, or the record label going, no, sorry, you got to release it this way. How many times have we heard that story? Happened with Tony Iommi. He was supposed to put out a solo album. I said, the record label said, no, you're putting out it as a Black Sabbath album. Hence, we had Tony on the cover. So, who else? I can't think right now, but anyway, like I said, released August 29th, 1980. A nice price. What did I pay for this? $5.98. I paid for this. We got the price sticker still on there. Let's say where I bought it. I think I bought a Music Land, but I can't remember for sure. The band on the back. There's another, band on the cover, but this one's, I kind of like this one. This is interesting. Like Ian's look right there, like, what the hell is that? But this one's interesting because with the band on it, because they're doing something. They're not just sitting around looking at the camera going, or we're badass, They're actually sitting in a control tower, looking like they're being invaded by some alien race from, A. So, anyway, that's my number 9, A. A is for Apple, J is for Jacks. Or, no, A is for Apple, J is for Jethro Tull. Or A is for Anderson. On we go here. Okay, now this next album, I remember when it came out, I thought, God, this is awesome. And it is an awesome album. Released September 11th, 1987. Good cover and 2. So, Crest of a Knave. I remember when this came out, I heard Steel Monkey. Like, cool. Tull is finally putting out a decent album. This is after albums like A and Under Wraps and stuff. Man, this album cover just fits it perfect. No band members on it. In fact, I don't think there's any band members inside, in pictures or anything. Back, you got that cat on there. Bella, look, a kitty. She's just sitting there, like, I'm busy sleeping. Bella, oh Bella, are you alive? To the kitty. Oh, that got her attention. Want to come say hi to everybody? She's just going, are you kidding me? I'm going to be, my hair's a mess. Okay, but anyway, that's my number 8, Crest of a Knave. Really don't mind if you sit this one out. Released March 3rd, 1972. An album that quite a few people love. So it's an excellent album. An album is good, but I don't quite get the passion for this album. But it's got a great cover. Thick as a brick. Great cover. You know, we got all this, you know, like a little Inquirer type thing. Classified ads on the back here. I like this down here is a head injury. 52-year-old Sarah Pickles from High Street, St. Cleve, cut her head when she tripped over while walking in the High Street, St. Cleve. I like the picture right here. Got this lady in the background, you know, sauced. You got this girl right here. I don't know if everybody noticed, but she kind of lifting up her skirt there. Kind of suspicious. But anyway, improvement. Great cover. But I've never quite got the music. You know, one long continuous song. So anyway, let's continue on here, shall we? Okay, number 6. Heavy horses move the land under me. Released April 10th, 1978. Great cover. Had a nice price, but I don't. This one doesn't have the price sticker on it anymore. Must have fell off. But great cover. There's the band. Let's see who played on this one. Holy cow. Ian Anderson, Martin Baird, John Glasscock, John Evans, D. Palmer. Back then it was David Palmer. Barrymore Barlow. This is back, you know, this and the preceding album before this, Songs from the Wood, were from the period where Ian Anderson moved to the country, bought a farm, moved there, and of course his music reflected that move. So that's number 6, Heavy Horses. Let me bring you songs from the wood to make you feel much better than you have known. Released February 4th, 1977. Like I said, reflects Ian's move to the country. Great cover. Always liked this cover. Back cover is just as good. But it was a picture of Ian, and they did it, touched it up, and made it look like a painting. Awesome. And another nice price, $5.98. So yeah, could you imagine that, getting vinyl back for $6? Wow. So I'm pretty sure I paid the same price for heavy horses. So anyway, put it on that one. No, same lineup. So anyway, that's number 5. Okay, on to number 4 with top 5 at 5. Okay, released September 5th, 1975. Album that's really grown on me over the years. Great cover, Minstrel in the Gallery. I just love that cover. This could have very well been my number one, but the ones that are to come are just a tad more, tad better. I like the back one too. Yeah, got them sitting up, standing up there. The band before it changed. I believe, let's see, you had Jeffrey Hammond played bass on this, yeah. And then he left. And then this is the last one before, I believe Ian was going through a divorce at the time when this came out. And that's one of the reasons why he moved to the country to get new inspiration, change of scenery, change of better mindset. I'm sure he went through quite a bit. I remember there was some seen some video of him. He'd shaved his beard. He looks weird without any facial hair. But of course, that's just because I'm so used to seeing him with a beard or something. But you can tell from this album to Songs in the Woods, just different than night and day, but still great music. So anyway, onward we go. Dun 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 dun. Sitting on the park bench. Number 3, Aqualung. The album that's revered among everybody. Well, it's not it wasn't, I believe, my number 1 in my album rankings. A great cover. Of course, there's the original back cover right there. This great album, but unfortunately, this is recorded or was made when CDs weren't quite good in their sound. So I'm sure they've made improvements. But anyway, album cover, that's my number 3, Aqualung. Okay, top 2. Now, if I remember correctly, this is my number 1 on the album rankings, but here it's number 2. Released September 14th, 1979. Last album before the big change. Stormwatch. Ian looking evil there. Yeah, like I said, as long as it's done tastefully, I don't mind. Picture of somebody, one of the band members. Here it works. Great cover, back cover. But the last album with basically the classic lineup, part of the classic lineup. Ian Anderson, Martin Baird, John Glasscock, John Evans, David Palmer, Barry Barlow, and then I think Palmer, Barlow, John Evans. Of course, John Glasscock passed away right after recording this. All those guys would leaving just Ian Anderson and Martin Baird. So, of course, then Ian decided to do a solo album, and the record label says no. But anyway, this is my number 2. Great cover. It's awesome. Fits it to a T. So, if you're into Jethro Tull, you know what my number 1 is. released April 10th, 1982. Bring me my broadsword so I can slay the beast, baby. Broadsword and the Beast. Number 1. Of course, that's Ian, but it just, here again, it works because it's not just Ian going, ugly mug. It's something more. Great back cover too. I just love this cover. And it's got the band members in the corners. Ian Anderson, Martin Baer, David Pegg, Peter John Vettiz, and Jerry Conway. Excellent. All albums should have great covers like this. But the bad ones make us appreciate the good ones even more, right? So, anyway, that's my number 1. Hope you like that. Should we do a little recap before I sign off? Number 1, Broadsword of the Beast. Number 2, Stormwatch. Number 3, Aqualung. Number 4, Minstrel in the Gallery. Number 5, Songs from the Woods. Number 6, Heavy Horses Move the Land Under Me. Number 7, Thick as a Brick. Number 8, Crest of a Knave. Number 9, A is for Anderson, J is for Tull. Number 11, number 10, Rock Island. Number 11, jtull.com. Number 12, Benefit. Number 13, Living in the Past. Number 14, need to really lubricate the springs on this chair. Roots to Branches. Number 14, that was my number 14. Number 15, Stand Up. Number 16, Catfish Rising. Number 17, Passion Play. Number 18, This Was. Number 19, War Child. Number 20, Too Old to Rock and Roll. Number 21, Under Wraps. And number 22, The Zealot Gene. Hope you enjoyed that. This has been a pretty good weekend. Started the week. Hope your week or weekend went great. Things are starting to improve. The weather's improving, though I understand that the weather's going to get a little bit colder again, but that's okay, because it's only going to get better from here on out, because it's springtime. But my house is a mess. I got boxes over here. I got my mom's clothing still hanging up right here. Her dresser kind of form a little wall right here. Hospital bed in my dining room. Oh, my couch is piled high with stuff, and I still got shelves to bring in here to put on this wall, you know. So it's going to be slowly but surely getting my new office into shape here. It's not simple. It's moving stuff from one room to another, trying to figure out how you want the best layout you can have to make things, you know, run smoothly. I kind of changed my desk. I have one of those L-shaped desks where it's right here, and then goes over here. Well, I put this portion over to the side and screwed it onto this end of the desk. Kind of opens things up, but unfortunately, it takes away a platform to put stuff on. Like I had to pull something over here to put the albums on because I don't have too much room on my desk with the keyboards and the monitors and stuff. So I may be changing that back. I don't know. And like I said, I'm facing the wall right now with the window behind me. I might move the desk and put it with facing the window. I don't know. The reason why I put it over here is because I got, well, as you can see behind me, I got that power outlet. But that is for the cooler I put in this window right here. Because it gets hot in this house. These walls are solid brick. The only wood in this house is in the ceiling, in the rafter, in the roof, and the interior walls. These walls are 9 inches of brick. And this house was built in the 1920s. And all I can think of is my grandfather, great-grandfather, must have got a heck of a deal on brick. I just wish I had a time machine. I'd go back and tell him, Grandpa, frame the house so your grandson can insulate it. Because this house, there's insulated in the ceiling, in the attic, but very little. And this house gets cold during the winter and hot during the summer. And if I don't have a cooler right here to blow into the front room, it's, you know. Now if I don't have a cooler in my window, in my bedroom, I ain't going to get any sleep. It's horrible. So, if you know anybody has a time machine, let me know. I doubt it'll do any good because you can't change the past. I wish you could, but anyway, enough of my problems. We'll get this room set up. Like I said, the view you have right now could change. You might end up seeing the wall where I want to put shelving, but we'll see how it works. Please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Like the video, hit the notification bell, and leave your own listing down below in the comments. I'd really like to see how you listed or rank the album covers of Jethro Tull. Your own views on each album. Would be interested in seeing those. And like I said, if you want to hear how I rank the albums of Tull for the music, go back. There's I believe last year I don't have my listing book. It's still in my small office, and I'm not gonna go get it. So, what's coming up? We're still doing the albums that are 45 years old in 2023. Albums from 1978. We'll have Day 21 tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed Enrico Suave Talo doing day 20 for spring. I thought he'd fit in better for first day of spring. So he's kind of a talkative person, isn't he? So anyway, have a good week, and we'll see you tomorrow with day 21 and hopefully some other stuff. Oh, gonna hopefully do some reviews of albums. There's one particular album that I heard the other day that's I just couldn't. It was funny as heck. I don't usually like satire albums, but this one was great. So anyway, we'll see you all later. Have a good one.